Hey guys, and welcome to week 1 of the Monsterathon and the Hogwarts house battle. So this week I want to hit the ground running because it is admittedly already the 2nd of September and I haven't read anything because I spent most of yesterday watching Carnival Row. But I do want to hit the ground running today and read as many things as possible this week. So what I'm planning on reading is Tunnel of Bones, which is the second book in the Cassidy series by V.E. Schwab. I recently reread City of Ghosts and really enjoyed it and cannot wait to get to this one. I also want to read Plastic Sucks, though it hasn't actually arrived yet, which is a bit worrying, but I'm not going to worry about it because it has been shipped, and if it arrives today, that's still a day early, so that is great, and I'll just read Tunnel of Bones while I wait. And also, if I get time, I also want to read Exorcister and also Deviate. I'm probably not going to get to Deviate this week, but I'm going to at least try to get to it. It depends on how quickly I read Plastic Sucks and obviously Tunnel of Bones. But I reckon I will get to Exorcister in the end because it is a graphic novel and it's only going to take me about an hour to read. I would also read Darkdawn this week, but quite frankly, even though it comes out this week and I'm really excited for it, I am absolutely terrible at reading J. Kristoff books quickly. Or at least I'm absolutely terrible at reading Nevernight quickly. So what I'm planning on doing is waiting to read that next week so I have an entire week to read it because I feel like that's just going to be my best option. So what I'm going to do this week is basically focus on these other books and see how far I get. I am expecting to at least finish Plastic Sucks and obviously Tunnel of Bones and Exorcister. If I get to Deviate as well, I'll be really happy, but I don't know at the moment. And while I want to try and finish Tunnel of Bones today, I have just realised that I also need to film, edit and upload my Newt's Readathon wrap-up, and all my deliveries haven't arrived yet. So I'm going to have fun trying to film while I'm waiting for that. Like, after I've filmed, it's all good. But slightly worried, not going to lie. I could wait till after all the stuff has been delivered, but I don't know when that's going to be. So I'd rather get the filming done now and just have to pause it and run downstairs to go grab stuff. So I think that's what I'm going to do. And just as I finish saying that, it all arrives. So yes. So I'm going to quickly show you exactly what everything looks like because I'm rather excited for all of this. Though, so here is Plastic Sucks. So it's only, how many pages is this? It is 181 pages. I'm going to leave this book to read until tomorrow, which is going against all of my fangirl needs because this is a book written by Flyboy, but I'm going to leave it until tomorrow because I've got a diminished amount of time to read tomorrow, so I'm going to read this tomorrow instead because it's only 180 pages, but I'm very excited to have this and add it to my collection. Then this is probably going to be Endgame. I'm hoping it's going to be Endgame, judging by the packet size. Oh no, it's Tunnel of Bones again, because for some reason Waterstone sent me 2 copies. So that's fun, but that means that this is going to my best friend instead, which is great because she hasn't pre-ordered it yet, and if it's a free copy, I may as well give it to her. And then finally, this has to be Darkdawn, judging by, like, look at the size of this. It's absolutely massive, so it has to be Darkdawn. I love that noise. I absolutely love that noise. Oh, yes. It's Darkdawn. Look at it. And it's all spray black edges. And it's signed by the author. And look at the end pages. Oh my god, what does he look like naked? That is gorgeous. That is absolutely gorgeous. I now kind of want to read this now, but I can't because I've got to try and read everything else. But that is absolutely gorgeous. What's the signing looking like? And that is the sign page on it as well. I love it. I absolutely love it. Absolutely, completely and utterly love it. It does mean I want to read this now, like really badly, but I have to, like, I need self-control. I mean, I could read it this week, I guess, but I also really badly want to read Tunnel of Bones and Plastic Sucks, and they're sort of like my more priority authors, I guess. How long is this? Just out of interest. Just so I know. 478. So if I say, 478. So if I power through, I may get through Tunnel of Bones and Plastic Socks, and then I may try this, actually. I may actually try it, because, I mean, look at it. I need to read this, like, right now. But now that I've got 90% of the stuff, then it means that probably Endgame can come through the door, so I'm now going to go and film and get the wrap-up sorted, so then I can just try to read as many of these books as possible, because, oh my god, I need to get through them. Like, now. I need to get through them right this instant. So I also forgot to mention that Plastic Sucks is also signed. All of my McFly books, ironically, apart from my McFly autobiography, ironically enough, are all signed. I'm so happy. I am so ridiculously happy. The fangirl never ends. Honestly, the fangirl never ends. And I know that this is about more important stuff than just talking about McFly, but I'm such a fangirl. I am such a fangirl, and I am so desperate that any McFly news, any sort of sentence like that will just set me off. So that was fun. But fangirl over, this book was actually really useful for finding out about all of the stuff that happens to plastic when we finish using it, and what the symbols mean, and what we can do to sort of reduce our plastic waste. I do have a full review, I will link it down below, but this was actually a really, really interesting read, and I'm going to give it 5 stars, not just because I'm a fangirl, but also because it's got a really important message, and it's filled with so many really helpful, useful tips and hints. But now that I've finished Plastic Socks, I'm now going on to Tunnel of Bones, and I do want to try and finish this today, this Tuesday, and then go on to Darkdawn tomorrow. I am admittedly saying that like I have ever read a Nevernight Chronicle book in 3 days, but I want to give it a shot anyway, because obviously I do want to get this book read so then I can go on to the rest of my TBR of books I have owned for a while and need to get through. But my problem is that I read Darkdawn and just generally Nevernight books really, really slowly for no apparent reason. So I'm going to have to go some to get it done in 3 days. But I'm just going to try it anyway. But first, I do want to read Tunnel of Bones because it's a V Schwab book. I am feeling the ghostly vibes at the moment. So I want to get this one done first. So let's get into it. Making me miss Paris, and I've never even been to Paris. Like, I mean, in February I drove through France to get to Bruges, but that is the closest I've ever been to actually, like, being in France. I've just driven through the motorway of France, and yet this is making me miss France and Paris. I think what I really miss is Escape to the Chateau, to be honest, because I'm obsessed with Escape to the Chateau as a TV show. And I think that's kind of what I'm missing, I guess. I really want to go to France, I think I just want to go to France, essentially. I need to go to France. raining out there and I am absolutely soaking wet because I just had to wait for the bus for the last half hour. But I'm in, it's fine, and I'm gonna read Darkdawn after I've dried off and eaten some breakfast. Okay, so I dried off already, so I'm ready to read Darkdawn, but I thought I'd give you a quick update on what I read yesterday. Yesterday, I managed to read it, if I can quickly grab it off the side here. I managed to read Tunnel of Bones, and this was really, really creepy. It was creepier than I was expecting it to be honest, for a middle grade, but in saying that, absolutely loved it. It was better than the first one, even though I absolutely loved City of Ghosts. This one was better, though it has made me really badly want to go to Paris. Apart from the whole catacombs thing. I'm not keen on the catacombs thing, but the rest of it, I really want to go to Paris. And that ending, if you've read this book, you'll know what I mean when I say skullduggery pleasant vibes by the dude in the airport. Because I just got skullduggery pleasant vibes, which probably isn't a good thing, seeing as that guy's probably now a bad guy. But in saying that, I am so intrigued by that character and I cannot wait to see more from him, and obviously more from Cassidy and Jacob and everybody. Absolutely loved it. 5-star read. But now it's time. It's time to read Darkdawn. It's rather chunky. I've got 3 days to read this because I don't like pausing books, and I'm not reading the ending while I'm out on Monday in the middle of a canteen. Just not doing it because I'm just not doing it. So I've got 3 days to try and read this, and I'm terrified. I am absolutely terrified to know where this goes. I'm terrified because I kind of know what happens because it was kind of spoiled in the first book, in the first page. I'm just generally terrified, but at the same time, I need answers. I'm desperate to read this. I really need a high fantasy in my life after finishing Carnival Row, which I highly recommend if you haven't watched Carnival Row yet. Definitely go and watch that. That's amazing. But at the same time, it's Darkdawn. I'm intimidated. I'm scared. But I'm gonna read it. Wish me luck. So also originally this was, fun fact, going to be a separate reading vlog as just a reading Darkdawn kind of thing, but I probably would have spoiled something doing that. So what I'm doing instead is just putting it into this vlog, and obviously it's all going to be spoiler free. Just in case you're worried, I am definitely going to make sure that this is spoiler free. Just excuse me if I start crying at the end or something, because it may happen. Either way, this will be spoiler free, I promise. I will not put any spoilers in this in case you're worried. So it's now Thursday. I managed to read 169 pages yesterday of Darkdawn, and today I want to try and read possibly about the same amount. I'll be happy with about 100 pages, to be honest, because then I've just got to read like another 100 tomorrow, and that's just perfect for me, to be honest. But right now I do need to edit my next video, which is my bookshelf reorganisation that I filmed last month that I'm going to upload this Friday. So I need to get that done first, and then it's all about reading Darkdawn and hopefully about 100 to 150 odd pages, I think. Having fun though currently trying to get stuff to re-download, because apparently I ran out of disk space again, so I've had to re-download it after deleting a whole load of stuff. Oh, the joys of having a Mac. So I've finished editing my video and have suddenly realised just how bad I look from the back because my hair gets so frizzy, so that's fun. And now my laptop's making a lot of noise while it tries to save the video like it always does, but I'm going to try and not pay attention to that and read more Darkdawn, because I have realised that if I read between 100 and 150 pages, I can finish this off tomorrow, so I'm going to try and do that. So I just stopped for lunch, and my noodles that I cooked was absolutely disgusting, so I ended up eating another bowl of cereal instead, because, you know, health. But I guess it was better than eating a packet of crisps, so it's not all bad, but yeah, I mean, I've still got at least 200 odd pages left of Darkdawn, and I'm still really enjoying myself. I'm on chapter 20 at the moment. But I have also just realised that by reading Darkdawn, where I know what happens in the end, because obviously it said in the first Nevernight book on page 1, I've suddenly realised that I'm putting myself through the emotional ringer this week, because, I mean, tonight I'm watching Infinity War. Then tomorrow we've got a friend round, so we won't be watching anything. Saturday we're watching Captain Marvel because we haven't watched it since my birthday, which was back in March, and it's just come out on DVD. And then we're watching Endgame for the first time since like May, and I cry through all three of those films. Like, I mean, not all the way through. I mean, the first time I watched Infinity War, I was sobbing by the end of it. And obviously, Loki at the beginning sets me off, and I think it still will. And I think it's going to be quite emotional now anyway, because obviously the whole Disney-Sony thing with Tom Holland's Peter Parker saying, I don't want to go, Mr. Stark, so I feel like that's going to get quite emotional for me. And also knowing that it's the last time I see the original six together the whole way through with nobody dying, I think that's going to give me a bit of a crying fit. And then obviously Captain Marvel makes me cry, but that's for joy. Like, especially during like the bit where she stands up multiple times and stuff, the I'm Only Human bit, that always makes me go. But then Endgame is gonna set me off horrendously on Sunday. I just know that Endgame is gonna set me off. I just know it, because I sobbed my heart out from Natasha onwards both times I watched it in the cinema. Absolute hysterical sobbing. So now that I'm watching it at home, I know I'm going to cry my eyes out, because obviously it is the final time. It is the final time I am watching an Avengers DVD in the house for the first time with the original six. And they mean so much to me, and I'm going to cry. I'm going to cry my eyes out, and it's just going to absolutely, like, hit me so hard in the feelings. And I have a feeling Darkdawn also is with the ending of it as well. So I'm putting myself through a bit of an emotional ringer. And I know I am, and I'm not filming it. I am not filming me watching Infinity War through Endgame. You're not going to see that, because it will just be me ugly crying. Like, physically ugly crying. Like, I have not ugly cried like that since, quite frankly. So I'm just not putting that in a vlog. I'm not putting that in any sort of video, because you guys don't need to see me crying like that, quite frankly. You just don't. But obviously I'll film my reaction to the end of this, obviously still spoiler free. But yeah, I've put myself through the emotional ringer. But in saying that, I do also get the high point on Saturday as well, because Strictly starts again. And if you don't know, I am an obsessed Strictly Come Dancing fan. I absolutely adore Strictly Come Dancing. And I always get very excited when the sparkle comes back out again. And it's sparkle time, where I just get really excited over glitter, go days and freckles. And just generally stuff like that. So I'm very, very excited for that. I cannot wait for the dance high to happen on Saturday. And it's going to be my saving grace in between sobbing over Marvel characters and Mia Corvir. So that's going to be fun. Hopefully next week isn't going to be as bad. It's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping that next week I stay away from the emotional stuff. Because last week I got emotional because it was the final ever episode of Poldark. And also it was... Did S.H.I.E.L.D. finish last week, or did S.H.I.E.L.D. finish the week before? S.H.I.E.L.D. finished the week before, I think, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and that set me off as well, with the whole thing with Coulson and what happened. That set me off, so I was nearly crying with joy. And it's stuff like this. I mean, like, pop culture is setting me off crying quite a lot recently, which is fun. But yeah, I should probably stop waffling and talking about my emotions and crying, and actually get on with reading the thing that's probably going to make me cry the least, if I'm honest, out of everything. So I should probably, get on with it, because I still need to read like 100 odd pages to reach my daily target goal here. I'm an idiot. I thought this book, for some reason, was originally nearing 600 pages. So I was like, I'm not going to finish this week. Then I realised that it was actually 478 pages. And then for some reason today, I have been thinking it's 378 pages. So I've been like, oh yeah, I only need to read 100 pages. Then I can finish this off tomorrow easy. No, I've still got this much left, which is... I'm currently on page 233, and this is 478 pages long, so I need to read, I don't even know how much more of this book, because I can't read like 240 pages tomorrow. So I'm going to have to try and get through at least, I'd say, another 70, 80 pages to try and get through this in the next 2 days. Because I have no time this weekend to read anything. Why can't I do maths? Why is maths so difficult? One of my biggest pet peeves is leaving a book over a weekend when I can't read. Because I don't really read over weekends, weirdly, because I'm generally running around doing basically 101 other different things. So I never get time to read. I just read during the week, which is really the opposite of what everyone else does. But it's one of my pet hates, is leaving a book for too long. And I can just feel the fact that I'm going to have to leave this for the weekend and have to wait until next Tuesday, actually, because on Monday I'm out all day as well. I'm going to get some reading done on Monday, but I don't particularly fancy reading this ending in public. So what I think I'm going to do is leave it where it is, where I am in the middle at page 250, chapter 26, and wait till Tuesday to finish it, I think. I may read some more tomorrow, but I've kind of left it at basically the midpoint, as you can see, and I think that's just going to be my best option. Genuinely, I think that's going to be my best option at the moment, because I don't think I'm going to make it through this tomorrow, because I've got a lot going on for the next few days, so I think I may leave this and try and read something else for a while. Maybe some comics, I don't know. This is so difficult because I hate leaving books. I hate it. But I think I'm going to have to do it, and I really don't want to because it's Darkdawn. I know I should have started this next week. I knew I should have started this next week, but I didn't. I was like, no, I'll manage it. No, I won't. I know I wouldn't, and yet I started it, and now I kind of hate myself. Think I'm going to have to leave it because I'm about 60% of the way through, and I am seeming to be making a third of the way through every day, but Fridays are always difficult for me in reading, so I may leave it. I hate myself for saying it, but I think I'm going to leave it. I hate myself for saying that so much. Alright, new plan. What I'm going to do instead is start Deviate tomorrow and keeping in with the J. Christoph thing. And because my mum's home from work and works from home on a Friday, I am technically reading in public. So I can read this book on Friday, and then next Monday I can finish it when I'm actually out and about in town anyway, and be reading this in public there. So I finish off that prompt for the Hogwarts house battles, and it also means I've got another book off the list for the Monsterathon as well. Right, plan. Then on Tuesday, Darkdawn finishing. That's my plan. That's how I'm going to do this. And in between time, I'm also going to read Exorcista, probably also on Monday, just in case I run out of this book to read, because I've read it all, because I don't know. Anyway, I'm reading both of these two on Monday, but that'll be for a separate reading vlog, obviously. But this one is also getting started tomorrow as well. I won't start now because there's a whole bunch of kids outside the house screaming. So there's no point. And don't worry, they're not in trouble. Like, they're not in any sort of trouble. They're just playing, but they sound like they're being murdered. And that means that I can't concentrate on reading anymore. So that's just wonderful. But anyway, plan is start Deviate tomorrow, finish it on Monday, so I finish that prompt A for the Monsterathon and B for the Hogwarts house battles, and then also read this one as well because it's on my list as well, and this double counts up for reading a book in public as well, just in case I don't finish this one in public or whatever. Anyway, backup plan, get 2 books read, then read and finish Darkdawn next week. Plans. I'm going with it. Anyway, oh god. Why do I do this to myself? I should have just read Deviate this week. I should have just read Deviate. It would have been easier. But I got ambitious. I've learnt better this time. Okay, so update on Deviate, and that is that I'm DNFing it because I'm not in the mood and I'm not really caring about the characters right now. I may try and start it again later on in the month or maybe next year or something, but right now, not for me. So what I'm going to do is just sort of give up for reading for the week and just start again on Monday. So for a conclusion of what I have read this week, I have read Tunnel of Bones, which I gave 5 stars to. Absolutely adored it, thought it was brilliant. Absolutely cannot wait for the next one next year. I just absolutely love it. Perfect for spooky season, 5-star read. Plastic Sucks, again, 5-star read. Really, really useful, really, really informative, and hit me in the feelings several times. And I've also started Darkdawn. I am halfway through, and I'm just going to carry it on next week, I think. So it's not been too bad of a week, to be honest. It could have been better, but there we go. So anyway, that is going to be it for this reading vlog. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do give me a thumbs up. Comment down below with what you read this week and what you thought of any of these books. Just no spoilers for Darkdawn, please, because obviously I haven't finished it. I'll also leave a link down below to all of my social media if you want to check out. And if you want to see any more of my videos, please click subscribe here. And over here will be the link to my previous video. But until next time, guys, bye.